everybody, it's Miss O'Rourke, and I am joined today by Bernadette Cortez, the one and only best admissions counselor from the University of Kentucky. We are so thrilled to have her here today. She's full of information, you guys, so not only will she give you some solid things to go on, but also she is more than available and has always been very helpful in accommodating your needs. And so I want to, as always, just remind you to reach out to her. Don't be shy about that if you need something. So Bernadette, thank you so much for joining us. All right, I'll turn it over to you, friend.
Okay, great. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. I have a PowerPoint that keeps me on track, really, is what I like to tell my students. So it's not one of those PowerPoints, so still lots of information. Okay, so at UK, we have 200 majors to choose from. All of those majors are within our 16 academic colleges. So the College of Business, the College of Ag, College of Engineering, things like that. We have a 16:1 student-faculty ratio rate, so you still have that one-on-one time with your professor. Average class size is going to be about 25 to 30 students. So a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller than some of the classes you might be used to. So you still have, that smaller class size. We do have larger lecture halls that might be about 200 to 300 students. Not as many. Those are going to have a lab or recitation component at a different point in time. With about 20 students from your class, you're going to go over what you learned in lecture, go over tests, present, things like that. Everything's done on a much smaller scale. I'd like to mention education abroad here. If you are interested in research or interning or wanting to teach, you want to go to Ireland for fun, for spring break, you have the option to do that. We gave away about $250,000 of scholarships last year for education abroad alone. You can go get your electives taken care of, some of your minor requirements or your major requirements. You can go ahead and do that. It looks great on your resume. It will be the cheapest now than it will be once you graduate school to try to go. I always like to say you kind of have like a free tour guide. The faculty member that is going to go with you has been there before, knows the best places to eat, the best places to buy souvenirs, sightsee, to stay, things like that. So definitely think about it. As you can see, we've gone to more than 70 different countries. Please, please, please think about it. Okay, we have new majors for 2020, and we also have added a new sport communication in the College of Communication and Information. So these are just a few of our majors. We're always in the works for new majors. So when students are asking, do you have this particular major? No, we might have it in a minor and you can pair it with this, but we're working on getting a new major in 2 years or something like that. So these are just a few of the new majors that we have. Everyone, basketball school. That's what UK is for. I go to Florida and they know us as a basketball school or basketball team. I've heard football. I've also heard our debate team, cheerleading, obviously, gymnastics, volleyball. I've heard so many different things. So that makes me know that we are an everything school. We are not just a basketball school. We have rifle, people can compete for the Olympics. There are 4 spots. 2 of those spots are with UK students, which I think is the craziest thing ever. So all of these sports are free except for football and basketball. Those tickets are going to be $11. So there's an app on your phone and you can easily go on there, download it, do whatever you have to do to order it. I'm sorry, it's the garage buzzard if you guys can hear that. Admissions, we have 2 different deadlines. We have an early action and a regular decision. Early action is December 1, regular decision is February 15th. These are both non-binding deadlines, which means you do not have to come. It's not early decision. You do not have to come to UK if you apply or because you apply. I always tell students, shoot for that December 1 deadline. You're interested in scholarships, Lewis Honors College, applying for housing sooner. You're going to want to be on this December 1 deadline. It doesn't hurt you any. I think it honestly helps you. So try to shoot for December 1, and it is coming up. We're already in the middle of October, if you kind of think about that. So please, we can talk. If you're missing some items or whatnot, and you want to know, let me know. I can look that up for you. We are now test optional. So if I have any juniors that might be watching this, I do not know what that's going to look like next year. We might keep it because we're putting so much time and effort into this. Research shows that, just your GPA alone could be a good determinant on if you're going to be successful in college. So we are test optional. You can apply using our applyuk.com, Common App, or the My Coalition, which is more popular with our out-of-state. So Common App or applyuk.com. We need a $50 application fee. If you are in free or reduced lunch or have an ACT fee waiver, we can get that fee waived for you. High school transcript. And then if you would like to turn in your scores, you can. There will be a question. Yes, I want UK to look at my scores. No, I do not want UK to look at my scores. And that's how you answer that question. We have different essay prompts. So every time somebody's looking at these, I always like to kind of tell students, we do require essays. So we have an admission essay. That essay is going to be definitely looked at this year, considering that we are test optional. Think of a time when you were dealing with a challenge, not, I had a really hard AP class. Oh, I had to take some classes on Zoom. How many students are going to write about that? You want to be different. You want to think outside of the box and talk about you as a student. What did something for you that was challenging really put something into perspective for you? Or what did you learn from a challenging situation? Something like that. No right or wrong answer. That's just a little bit of advice. Lewis Honors College and Competitive. There's a scholarship question for that. So you just check the box, essay will pop up, and that's how you apply for that. Last year, we did have a question that was, who do you want to see on Mount Rushmore? Where would you put it and why? Once again, no right or wrong answer. I have interviewed a girl who put DC Comics superheroes on the Mount Rushmore. And she got an interview. So no right or wrong answer. And then we have our Parker Diversity Scholarship. Once again, on the application, you check a box. I have a coworker, I have a story for everything. I have a coworker who wrote about how she would contribute to diversity. She wrote about a mole on the top of her head and talked about it in third person, and she got $15,000. Okay, so once again, no right or wrong answer. Please think about that. If you want to run a question by me and you kind of like have an idea, where can you go? You're thinking about going this route or this route. Let me help you. Let me give you my advice and what I think. We are going to look at other things that, or things that other schools are going to look at. So it's not going to be extra. Class schedule. How many classes are you taking? What are they hard? What's going on? In what you're doing inside the classroom and outside the classroom, clubs, sports, activities, volunteer, leadership roles. You are a founder of a certain group. You have this job, you volunteer, anything like that. We're going to want to know about you, taking a holistic approach to know more about you as a student. Fun part is finances. So for in-state tuition, we are looking about $12,400. Room and board, that's an average. It consists of your room plan and your meal plan. So because you can have a variety style of each, that's where we're going to fall on that average. And your total is going to be about $25,000. This tuition did not raise from last year. So if you're juniors, it might not raise, it might raise 3%, but you have a good starting point. I always like to show students this Wildcat cost calculator. It will show you billable and non-billable costs. So I honestly hope my face is not in the way of all of this. Oh God. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm hoping you guys can read. So I'll just move me down here. Billable cost, what you pay.
Yeah, we can see it for sure.
Okay, good. I was nervous. I was like, I hope they can read that. Okay, good. Billable cost, what you pay UK. So room and board, tuition. Non-billable costs, things that you don't normally think about. So textbooks, you are eating outside of your meal plan. You are going to travel. You're going to go back home for the weekend or for break or whatnot. School supplies. So it kind of gives you a good guesstimate of how much it's going to cost to attend UK. FAFSA, October 1, it was available. Free application for federal student aid. If you are interested in loans, grants, work study, need-based aid, you are going to want to apply for FAFSA. You're going to want to apply as soon as you can. I don't know when they'll run into funding, but it's government-based, so you want to make sure that you get everything that you deserve, essentially. So definitely apply for FAFSA. Every school is going to give you a different financial aid package, whereas ours is going to go out probably around the beginning of February, I'm hoping. So you can kind of get an idea of what it looks like, but other schools will probably send you estimated packages then as well, and they're all going to be different. So definitely take a look at that. Scholarships are broken down into different categories. The Parker we talked about, that's on the main application, and then department scholarships. Those are going to be a separate application. So if you are looking at the College of Arts and Sciences or the College of Engineering, some of those may require a separate application that you apply to separately based off of their website. There are some schools, I just mentioned the College of Engineering, that will just, you apply to UK and they go in and make sure your scores match. And that's how you apply for a particular College of Engineering scholarship. So we can chat about specific scholarships, what college you're in, and I can tell you, send you the link, whatnot. I'm going to jump in this, academic scholarships. As you can see, we do require test scores. So if you are interested in the provost and you have a 27 ACT 3.3, you will get that first tier at 2,500. The last ACT test we'll accept is October. So I think it's October 28 maybe. Check that out, apply, just like normal. And hopefully if you get those scores, then everything will be good and everything will work out. You don't have to worry about it. That is what I suggest. So provost, academic, you apply to UK, you apply to the scholarship. Nothing else extra you have to do. Competitive scholarships, we talked about the essay, check the box, and that's how you can apply for the competitive. Same thing with this. You have a 29, 30, 28 ACT, and you're gonna take it again, and you feel confident that you can get that singletary, you can get that presidential. Okay, apply now, write the essay, and then when we get your scores in October, if you qualify, great, it's all in one application. If not, you applied for the Honors College, and we can talk about that if you want to accept it or not. Selective, so if you're a National Merit Finalist or National Hispanic Recognition Scholar, you get in-state tuition. And then those other selectives are more of our automatics, GSA, GSP, GSC, those scholarships, you will fall under that. Campus transformation is always happening. I went to work the other day to drop off some things, and a road I normally take to go into Funkhauser was gone. I had to go a little bit further. They put grass all over there. So they're always doing some kind of campus transformation. We have our Jacob Science Building. This was built in 2016. You will take your science, biology, statistics, all of those classes will be taken here. This was a $100 million building. 65 million of it was paid for by UK Athletics, which is fascinating. You never see a partnership between admissions and athletics like this, especially in an SEC school. It doesn't happen. So I like to kind of tell that everyone's wanting UK students to do well. Doesn't matter if you're a part of athletics or not, everyone is wanting you to do well. And we do have larger lecture halls in this particular building, and we do have different study areas that you can reserve, a whiteboard and some desks and a computer. So if you and some classmates want to get together and study after class, you have the option to do that. We have our Gatton Student Center. This building was donated to us by UK Lumbo Gatton, who also donated money for our Gatton College of Business and Economics, and also part of the Gatton Academy right there in Western. So he likes to give his money in schools that he definitely feels confident in. We have our visitor centers in here, our bookstore, Starbucks, Chick-fil-A, Panda Express, Subway, Annie Ann's. We have our LGBTQ offices are located in here, our Martin Luther King Diversity Center, Student Government Association, dining, any type of student org office is going to be in this particular building. So this is kind of like a one-stop shop. Everything that you might need will be located in here. We also have Worsham Cinema. It's about a 560 seat theater, basically like a movie theater, and they host movies there. So you can watch Parasite, Halloween Town, Final Destination, Doctor Strange, Black Panther, all for free. You just go, you can even get a punch card. After you get like 6 punch cards, you get a free t-shirt. So it's all free. It's just one way to kind of get you out of your dorm room, and you don't have to go far. It's still right here on campus. As an incoming freshman, you do not have to live on campus. You can get an apartment. You do not have to live on campus. For first year students, I always recommend living on campus at least for your first year, but that option is completely up to you. We have 13 living learning programs on campus. So if you're interested in healthcare, you're interested in community service, the College of Communication, they all have a small community where you will live with students that have the same interests, same major, same classes as you do. People live across your hall, same thing. So GPAs tend to be a little bit higher because you have this. You know this person's taking the same class as you. You know those people are taking the same classes. You don't have to try to find somebody to share notes or to study with. They're all right there. So that's one of the benefits I like to talk about when living in an LLP. This is University Flats. This is one of the lobbies. This is for returning students, and half of it is for graduate students. So we noticed they wanted to stay on campus a little bit longer, so we built this for them. We have about 12 new residence halls that were built in the last 7 years. The oldest one was built in 2012, so it's not really old, but a lot of them are a lot newer. This is a 2-bedroom suite. About 63% of our beds, this particular type right here. So you can see you have a bedroom door. You have a dual sink. Those are granite countertops. Live in the high life. Those are extra large Tempur-Pedic mattresses, so really nice. In here, you can control your own air, and you have a ceiling fan. This might seem like this is normal because you might have it in your bedroom. For college life, it is not normal. That's definitely a perk that comes with this room. So you will have a private area, share a living space with one person and a bathroom with one person, which is your roommate. And this is the type, I kind of like to show the pictures. The desk chair come with it. Little dresser on the left comes with it. You can easily slide it under your bed if you need more room. We have a 4-person suite. I like to tell students to go this way. It's kind of like more of a college life simply because you have to share a living space with one other person. So you will see them all of the time. You can't just go into your room and close your door. You can keep your bed separate or you can bunk them. Still have that dual sink, which is a huge thing. When you kind of look at your sink right now, all of your stuff's kind of spread out. You know where it's at. You don't always have to pick it up and put it elsewhere. You can leave it, and you have that ability to do that here. You will share a living space with one person, and then the bathroom with 2 of your suite mates and your roommate, so a total of 3 people. We do not have the communal living where you have to share the shower, the bathroom with people living down your hall. And here is a picture of that. So it's definitely roomy. It's not something that is cramped. Because we have a 2012-2013 residence hall, and we have a 4-person suite for those, bunk your beds or foot to foot. You have 1 sink, but the idea is the same. You still share a living space with 1 person and a bathroom with 3. And here's a picture for that particular one. Once you get accepted into UK, you can then apply for housing. It's a $50 non-binding housing application. And if you are thinking about UK is probably your top 3 school, you're thinking about it, I would strongly encourage you to go ahead and apply. Sometimes housing costs can get a bit costly when you're applying to multiple universities, so consider that. But if you want one of those newer residence halls, you're going to want to apply to housing sooner. For engineering LLP upperclassmen, here's a 4-bedroom suite. I just like to show students this is an option as they go up through UK. We have multiple dining locations, Aqua Sushi, Taco Bell, Einstein's, a lot of places off of campus to eat as well. And I mean, right across the street for those of you that have been to campus, you know. And then we have 2 all-you-can-eat dining facilities. One's located in the Student Center, and one is located more towards Central Campus by our library. Your meal swipes are going to be used at that all-you-can-eat dining facility. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Those are going to be your swipes. We have about 550 student clubs, organizations on campus. Something for everybody. Find something, whatever you're involved in, bring it with you. Academic club, something fun, bring it with you. Come to campus and get involved in that same activity. We have a squirrel watching club, which I follow on Instagram. It's fascinating. And we have backpacking. You like hiking and camping. We have blood donation groups. So if you want to stress the importance of donating blood, there are groups for that. Greek life takes up about 28% of our student population. So it's not large enough to have to be involved in it, or you feel like that's the only way to get involved. But it's large enough for those students that are involved in there to go out, do fundraising, do whatever they have to do. So I think that's a really good number to have when you're looking at schools. But we have BB Involved. You can go online and look up different clubs and organizations that you might be interested in. Ultimate Frisbee, we have sports, so flag football, we have it all. And here's a map of campus. So I like to kind of flatten it out. Over there to the right, we have our Arboretum. So that is going to be walking trails. None of your classes will be over there. The blue area obviously is the sports complex. You can see the football stadium. And if you bring your car, you will park it outside of the football stadium. Healthcare campus is purple. Ag campus is at turquoise. So if you're interested in the College of Ag, most of your classes will be over there. Healthcare, nursing school is located in the hospital, pharmacy, dentistry, physical therapy, health sciences, all of that is going to be on our healthcare part of campus. So those are going to be the academic buildings where you'll take your classes are going to be there. I'm going to zoom in. The tan area, Central Campus, so that is going to be your dorm rooms. The Honor Squad is located right next to the library right here. If you are interested in honors and want to live with other students, you can do that. About 85% of honors students live in the honors quad. Academic cores, that pink area, so most of your classes will be there. If sophomore year you decide you want to live in Greek housing, you can do that at the top at Greek Park. And then all the way to the left, North Campus, residence halls. We have a new barbecue place that is in one of the residence halls. Right here on the corner of Avenue of Champions and Rose Street, we do have, it's not campus, but as you can see, it's really close. We have Qdoba, Papa John's, coffee shops, little restaurants. That are the BurgerFi, I believe, is there. So you have options. Right here is the visitor center. Right here, so this is the student center. If you've ever visited campus, you parked here and you strolled in right over here. We have some places to eat down here. Tin Roof, Local Taco, which is delicious. It's local and it's like kind of like a Tex-Mex taco place. McDonald's, a new apartment complex was built right in front of the Melon Mushroom there. It has a mini Target at the bottom of it, so you don't have to go far if you need to get something. We also have another apartment complex that got built here in the corner of South Limestone in Virginia, brand new. Students are living there for the first year. So there are lots of close options for you if you wanted to live off campus, as well as a couple blocks away. And we do have a partnership with our community bus service. So show your student ID, you can go for free. And then a lot of them are specifically for UK campus. So a lot of complexes will have a bus stop outside. A lot of students will wait, jump on the bus to go to class. So it's not just a few students taking advantage of this. A lot of students take advantage of this. Visiting campus right now, even though it is crazy, the benefit of this all is to virtually visit with some schools that you might not be, considering. You might not be able to go there and make it, to look at campus. You can do so virtually. So we have a virtual option where you can kind of click through yourself. We have one where you can have a information session and talk to some tour guides. We have some where you can just kind of come to campus self-guided. If you wanted to do that, we have the option to send you information. Please think about it, look at it. You definitely want to see what campus looks like. I also encourage you to visit with an academic program. So you're interested in social work. Meet with somebody in social work, talk to them, see what's going on. Interested in pre-med or physical therapy. Meet with somebody that you can talk to see what classes you need to take. What does that look like? How do I get into the physical therapy school? Things like that. So you definitely are able to have those students talk to, people that could help you out. And then we have open house. So you may have gotten an invite for this. You may not have. The link is there at the bottom. If you're curious about this and you want to get invited, please send me an email. Let me know. I can easily pass this on to you. You're going to have an information session and then kind of like breakout room. So the College of Communication is going to have a room where they talk about scholarships. Faculty members will talk to you. Current students will talk to you, tell you what they've done with their broadcasting degree, or if they're into PR and they want to have that aspect, what they did in regards to that. So definitely have options to talk to students and to get those questions answered. You just have to go and let us know, and then I will pass the information on to you. So you don't have to do any of the heavy lifting. Just let me know, and I will definitely tell you some stuff to help you out. And then a little bit about Lexington. It's not too far from you, and we are essentially located. It is the second largest city in Kentucky. We have about 330,000 people that live in Lexington. We are rated the third safest metro city in the United States. So I think that's a pretty awesome fact to tell students. This is our pavilion. This is located downtown. This is Thursday Night Live. So you can see the food trucks. We have different vendors, music, restaurants. Everyone just brings their dog, just kind of hangs out. From April to October, we hang out outside in the middle of the pavilion. Everyone does it. Thursday Night Live is a big deal. We have farmers markets every Saturday morning right here. As you can tell, it kind of looks a little like an old-timey town. I like to say it looks like a Lifetime or Hallmark movie. We shut this street down right in front of that Big Blue building, Main Street. We shut it down to have a thriller parade for Halloween. Big Blue is a Fifth Third bank. We have competitions. I say we, like I'm hosting it. Lexington has competitions where they will have whoever can be the fastest to run up from the bottom all the way to the top. Or they will scale the outside of the building and you can kind of watch them. So it's very cool. But there are lots of things to do in Lexington, lots of recommendations for restaurants I have a list of. So if you're ever curious, you want to eat not close to campus, you want to kind of go a little bit downtown, I have some places for you. But I definitely encourage you to look at Lexington. It is a beautiful city. I moved here, my parents moved here after I stayed here. So it doesn't thrive simply because of UK. It's not like that college town-esque, but I think it just benefits from it. And so it just grows and expands in Lexington. I can talk about it all the time. It's beautiful. But if you do have any questions about even the city, or I'm still here for you, I can help you out. And that is it. That is the conclusion of this awesome presentation. I try to keep on track, but sometimes, as you can tell, I'll start talking about something, then they're like, okay, keep it on, let's go. So that is it.
Well, Bernadette, thank you so much. Listen, you had me at mini Target.
I know. It's right across the street, and it's large. Like, it has clothes, you can buy groceries, like it has pots and pans, like it has it all. So,
that is so cool.
I'm fascinated by it. I mean, it's right across the street. You don't have to go far, you don't have to drive. It's right there.
Wow. Well, I feel like I learn something new every single time we get together. And students, like I said before, she means it. She will do the heavy lifting for you. So please, if there's a concern or a question or whatever, definitely feel free to reach out if you need. Obviously, you can connect to her directly, but if you feel a little nervous and need some help, I'm here and happy to guide you her way as well. But I think that there are a lot of awesome things happening, not only at UK, but in the city of Lexington, as she mentioned. And so don't hesitate to reach out. I think that you could have an incredible future starting at University of Kentucky. All right, so thank you so much for our time together, Bernadette. I really appreciate you.
Well, I miss you, and I miss everybody, and I miss students. So hopefully everything will get back to some kind of normal soon. So you can see all of this in person.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.